right, here we go. Welcome to a brand new month. We are on step 3 of the 12 Steps to Success series. Each month, we're focusing on a different step, a different principle that can be applied to our business life, to our personal lives, for transformation, and that will move us toward our goal of success. Okay. The first couple of steps was about mindset. First step was really about making a choice. Really, it's more about making a decision, being decisive, getting clarity and deciding what success looks like to you, what success in this year looks like to you, and what goal you're ultimately going to move to. So you set a goal for yourself in your business, in your personal life, whatever aspect of your life you want. Just decide, be clear on what it is you say you want. If you don't have that as your first step, where are you headed? You don't know. You don't know what you want. You don't know where you're going. So first step, get clear on what your goal for this year is going to be. Where do you want to be? And what do you want the picture to look like? What's the new reality you want to step into at the end of 2024? That's going to make it much better and much more progressive than the way you ended 2023. So step 1, get clarity, be decisive, get a description of your clear goal in your mind. Step 2 was about the conversations that we have with our own selves that in many ways derails us or short circuits our progress or keeps us from reaching the goal. The biggest barriers there are the goals. The biggest barriers to goals that there are is the conversation and the things that we say to ourselves. So step number 2 was a whole framework for how you can approach that. Every day during the month of February, you were supposed to have a different kind of conversation with yourself, because those thoughts that pop up in your head that are going to take you away from your goal have to be counteracted with a different conversation that's going to move you closer to your goal. Okay? Step 3, March 2024. The step for this month is about creating the environment that you need. Okay? I may have mentioned it before about radical reprogramming. It's going to be absolutely necessary in this month. This is the foundational month that's going to springboard us into the major action steps for the rest of the year, okay? But this month, what we're going to do is we are going to listen repeatedly to 2 books, 2 audiobooks. We're going to listen to 2 audiobooks. I know you might be a visual learner. When it comes to books, you may have to sit there with it in your hand and flip pages. I get that. Got something for you, okay? But we're going to engage all of our senses. We're going to engage all of ourselves. This is an action-oriented practice. 12 steps mean you got to do something in 12 different ways. So step number 3 is about you listening, because what you hear nowadays is going to make a big difference in the progress that you make. What you hear and how you're able to process what you hear is going to make a big impact, all right? Listen to the book. Number 1, The Richest Man in Babylon. Listen to it all the way through, and before the month is over, I'm sure you'll listen to it all the way. Listen to it again. See how many times you can listen to it. Loop it. Whether you're in your car, whether you're walking the dog with your phone, whether you're in the throne room, doom scrolling, stop the doom scrolling, listen to the audiobook, all right? There's a reason why I'm telling you to listen to that. That's the action step for this month. Create the environment in your mind that engages all your senses so that your way of thinking about what you hear, what you read, what you are doing shapes how you act moving forward, and every action is a step to move you closer toward your goal. Book number 1 that I want you to listen to on audio is The Richest Man in Babylon. I'm saying The Richest Man in Babylon because it's right here on YouTube. You can go to YouTube, type in Richest Man in Babylon audiobook. Boom, right there for you. Listen to it. Keep it on repeat. Loop that. Instead of some of the other stuff that we watch on YouTube or TikTok or wherever we're watching videos, let that play and listen to that. If you are the type of person who has to read the book, has to hold the book in your hand, you are a rare breed because not many people read. And especially nowadays with the advent of technology, it's easier to read on the Kindle, it's easier to read on your tablet, it's easier to read just on the phone, or if you're like me, stay on the go. And I take in everything through audiobooks. But I want you to do both. You got an additional challenge. You're going to read the book. And if you are not going to listen to the book, then I want you to read the book and write down what you think about what you read. Don't just read the book. I'm not asking you to memorize the book. I want you to write your thoughts about what you said, what you read. Okay? That's very important. That's going to serve you in a major way as we move forward and take action, because your thoughts on what you heard or on what you read is going to dictate what you do. Okay? Your mind, I was reading a book. I was listening to an audio book. It was The Science of Being Great by Wallace D. Wattles. And he said, your mind is not shaped by what you read. Your mind is shaped and developed by what you think about what you read. Okay? So remember, step number 3, read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, and write down the principles that you're going to apply in your business as well as in your own personal financial life, so that by the end of 2024, we can be in a totally different place, totally better place than we were when we started 2024. Okay? I said there were 2 books, right? Second book, keep this on rotation too. Rich Dad's Guide to Investing. Okay? If you are in business for yourself, if you're familiar with Robert Kiyosaki, then you understand how he makes the distinction between business owners and employees, how he makes the decision between people who are hustling with a side gig and people who are putting business systems into place. Makes a clear distinction. In this book, Rich Dad's Guide to Investing, goes all into business systems. So these 12 steps, the first 3 steps, are about focusing on transforming the way that we think about life, the way we think about stuff, the way we approach our finances, our business, whatever it is we're doing that the average person isn't doing. The average person is out there hustling, living from day to day, week to week, whatever the case may be. We're going to learn how to see the future. And a big part of that is how we think about right now. All right? So, step 3, welcome to March. Listen to or read the book, Rich Dad's Guide to Investing and The Richest Man in Babylon. Write down what you think about what you hear or what you read. Okay? So that covers the people who are visual learners, that covers the people who are auditory learners, and for the people who got to be experiential, you just write it down. If you can do all 3, then you will be light years ahead of where most people are. But all month, as many days this month as you can start that and complete that, do that. If you do it once, each book this month, okay. If it takes you all month to do it, great. If you finish it before the month is over, start it over again. Listen to it more than once. Read it more than once. All month long. Read those 2 books. Listen to those 2 books. Write about the ideas that are spawned in those 2 books. All right. Let's do this. Peace.